The concept of an EduCamp is that it's an unconference, which means that there is no scheduled people that are going to present, and you don't even necessarily structure all of the content. You get everybody together, and hopefully you have some similar ideas and thoughts that people want to communicate, and you decide at the beginning of the day what the schedule is, and people just basically say, okay, I'm interested in this, you have something to share on that, why don't you do a presentation, and they post that on the schedule manually, and you literally create your schedule for that day's conference on the fly that morning.
So my name is Chris Cox.
So what we do, we've gathered a bunch of educators and professionals and instructional designers together to talk about how we're all using technology differently and how we're trying to keep up with the various changes in technology and changes in our organizations that technology can help us support. Well, what we're seeing is that both businesses and schools, are the challenges that we have are not going away. As we find solutions to various pieces of the challenge, we find more challenges every day. Teachers are changing, schools are changing, students are changing, the people working in businesses are changing, the business climate is changing, and so we find that technology often gives us tools that we can leverage to help adapt to those changes and also maybe sometimes make those changes work more for us.
Show me.
It's where, and I have my students do this.
Things do go out as quickly as they come in, and one of the things that students in ITEC have to be prepared for is what's going to be the look and shape and feel of the job to come when they get out of the program. What's going to be the look and shape and feel of the technologies that they're going to have to know how to use to sell themselves into that job. Well, you don't know what they are anymore. It used to be we did, but now you don't. And so the professionalism that you learn here is how to stay up with the current trends, how not to invest in any one program that's going to be dying a year from now, and how to evaluate what's coming up and be able to track trends.
Sort of by date, by ratings, by all sorts of things.
Can I ask a question? Because this is the question that Ray brought up and that everybody kind of said was, if I'm an instructional designer...
I think the biggest thing is what you're trying to do is enrich the lives of students, and so to be able to do that you have to connect with a different generation for the most part, and you have to understand what they're doing and how they're communicating and what what tools and what methods they're using that are on their level. And I think when you can understand that, then you have a better chance at reaching them through information and sharing knowledge, I think.
Yes, I would recommend that people attend an EduCamp for two reasons. One is you get exposed to the experiences and views of so many of your peers, and I think that's valuable. But the second, and I think the more important reason, is that everybody who attends an EduCamp, just this sort of by the design, the way that EduCamp is designed, is that everyone who attends can also be a speaker. And when you speak to your peers about your experiences, you actually learn, I think, more than when you just attend and hear about other people's experiences.
When people come in to an EduCamp like this, they start talking with other people, they validate what they already know. And they validate their interest in what they think is, something personal, and find out that there are other people that are interested in those areas or in those ideas too. And I think that's an even stronger result of an EduCamp. What we know about learning is that it's a collaborative process. We've come to recognize that today. So when you have something like an EduCamp where people can decide when they get there what's of common interest and make use of that joint collaborative process, then you have a powerful learning moment.
So I think that's a great example of why an EduCamp is different. It goes where the participants want it to go. And it's not a conference that you pay a lot of money for to sit and listen to a talking head.